Hey guys, it's Tyler here from Team DecePolice, and today we're going to be talking about the March 2013 ban list. As I like to call it, the most unmeta-changing ban list that we've ever had. First off, I'd like to say rest in peace Sangan and Zemmighty. They were the two forbidden cards we got. I don't really understand why, but you know, they're gone. Zemmighty. It was a hit towards wind-ups. I don't understand why. I know wind-ups are still doing stuff at YCS, and I know how much Kazi hates loops. But, I really don't think it should have been banned. Like, it's not that big of a problem. Like, people are just going to turn to Missing X Saber Invoker. That's why that thing's up to, like, 40 bucks now. So, that's just going to be something else you can play. So, hitting Zemmighty really is going to do nothing to wind-ups to an extreme length. And they finally got rid of Sangan. Like, people have been talking about this for, like, years. Like, oh, one ban list, that Sangan's gonna be gone, and you know it. And everyone pretty much just took it as a bluff. But, yep, Sangan is definitely gone. Really making bus go up in price, obviously, because most people are going for the tour guide, Night Assailant, tour bus method right now. So, you know, it makes sense. Tour bus has gone up a lot, actually. I think it's around $15, $20 at this point, so that's pretty good, I guess, for anyone who had tour bus. I know I collected a few, so I made my fair share of money off that. Our restriction cards, so we can only run one wind-up magician. Again, they're hurting loops again for wind-ups. I don't understand why wind-ups were the target of this ban list. Like, we got mermails coming up, and a lot of people were saying, there should have been hits to that. There probably should have been. Fire Fists and Fire Kings are going nuts right now, so I don't know why they weren't hit. And Spellbooks just got Spellbook of the Master, and they didn't do nothing towards that. I really don't understand what they were thinking. The meta right now, or this upcoming meta, is probably going to revolve around these new decks coming out, like Mermails and Fire Fists, so I don't know why they're hitting old decks. I guess it's all just a money-making scheme. Obviously, that's what they're in it for, the money. One Day of Peace got put to 1. You know, kinda sucks a little bit, I guess, for my Final Countdown deck, but it doesn't really bother me. And Solemn Warning is at 1. Like, again, like, I know it is a bit of a broken card, like, not even letting your opponent have a card hit the field, it just goes straight to the grave, but, putting it at 1, that's just gonna get rid of the use. No one's just gonna, a lot of people aren't teching it at 1, so Bottomless is ultimately just gonna be the go-to card for this format for, Summon Negation. Our semi-restrictions. So, Tsukiyomi went to 2. Last ban list it went to 1 from being forbidden, and now it's at 2. Like, I don't really understand what putting that at 2 is really going to do. It's a good card. I personally don't like it because the effect is mandatory, so that's alright. Thunder King Ryo. Wow, at 2. You know, I think it's kind of good because it shuts down too many decks, and, like, it's starting to just be, like, a staple to run if your deck doesn't search. So, you know, I think they did the right thing of putting that at 2. It needed to go. And, you know, the upside is it's going to be a lot easier to trade for higher rarity of T-Kings right now. I know a lot of secrets are floating around because people don't want 3, they want 2. A lot of people aren't thinking it's ever going to go back to 3, and I'd understand if it didn't. You know, it is a really broken card. It's just that high attack, the summon negation, and the limitations to your opponent's play. It really should have went to 2, I agree with that. And Advanced Ritual Art is at 2. You know, it's not really a big thing there. No longer restricted. We have Spore. Spore's at 3. It was banned like 2 formats ago, and then it went to 1. You can only use Spore once per duel, so like, why put it at 3? I don't know. You know, I don't think a lot of people are going to run it at 3. It's not like plants are doing much. Klute went to 3. That's cool. You know, I like seeing people giving, or I like seeing Konami give support to the older decks. They really do deserve it. I don't like how right now to win you need to run the top tier 1 decks. They're bringing back decks that were really good in past formats, and they should just really come back. Lumina is no longer restricted, so wow. You know, that's really cool. Light Sworns, I really love Light Sworns. A lot of my friends run Light Sworns. Pretty popular, so that's nice to see them getting a buff. Smoke Signal is, that's a 3-2, so that's really good. SAMs are already a little bit intimidating. Like, just recently, a lot of people have been playing them again, and now with even more support. Not like it does a whole lot, but seriously, like, if it keeps going like this, you know, SAMs are definitely going to be a major contender, and all the old decks are too. And Mind Crush is back at 3, so, you know, that's really good for side decking purposes. I've never personally ever thought of or considered running it at 3. I just think that's way too much. But you know, a lot of deck search to the hand. You pop that, and maybe compulse mind crush. You know what's there. Really helps out. So ultimately, the ban list I consider really just not meta changing. Like they should have hit bigger decks. Like this ban list isn't going to change the meta, and that's what a ban list should do. It should limit the decks that are going to take off, and if they don't limit them now, we're going to see a really broken format ahead of us. So ultimately, I'd like to have this as sort of a discussion video. If you have any opinions on the ban list so far, just post your opinion as a comment, and we'll respond to it with our own opinions. So yeah, just comment and tell me what you thought of this ban list.